something, sweethearts. Are you afraid of the dark? I used to be very afraid of it too, once. So afraid, in fact, that I kept a flashlight with me all night. Until one day, someone told me a fairy tale about a tiny little bug that was also very afraid of the dark, just like you. Once upon a time, in the dark, dark woods, there lived a tiny little bug, a very common bug. And the woods that he lived in were no different from other wooded places you might see. But every evening, when day turned to night, and the woods grew very, very dark, the tiny, timid little bug started to become afraid. One night, while sitting under a leaf, shivering with fear, the bug saw all kinds of horrible monsters. There was one with long fangs and mouth open wide like a suitcase. And there was another with sharp claws reaching out for him. As the night dragged on, the woods grew scarier and scarier. As the dark closed in, he became more and more afraid. Finally, the frightened little bug could no longer stand it, and he cried out, "Oh, I'm scared, scared! Mother, please, Mother! Help me! Please turn on the light!" All the animals in the woods were terrified by the shouting. Half asleep and having no idea what was going on, they scattered in every direction. The bug saw the animals' shadows scurrying around in the woods. He became frightened and cried out even louder, "Help! I'm dying!" All this noise the bug was making was causing a poor little wood pixie to suffer. She had to fly to the school in the morning to learn all kinds of magic. But because she was so sleepy, she would fall asleep during the lesson instead of listening carefully to her teacher. Everybody knows that when you fall asleep during class, you can get bad grades. The pixie made up her mind to put an end to these nighttime concerts. She flew over to see the bug in the dark, and she said, "Good evening, dear bug. Why are you always shouting so loudly? Look around, all the animals ran away." "Who did they run away from?" asked the frightened bug. "From you, you're such a monster." "I'm not a monster," said the bug, crying. I'm afraid." Then why am I not afraid?" asked the pixie. "I'm also small." "Yes, but," and the bug started to whimper, "but look, you have a bright lantern, and that's why nothing scares you." The wood pixie sighed. "Yes, that's tough. I'll have to conjure the small lantern for you. Waves, cushion, hedgehog. 1. Brush, fish, sponge. 2. Cheese, tomatoes, sugar cubes. 3. Hocus pocus, lantern, turn on." And bam! Instead of having a lantern like the wood pixie, the bug had a light of tail. "This is what happens when you don't listen carefully in class," thought the pixie to herself. The bug giggled. He looked around and noticed that the monster with the long fangs and the mouth wide open like a suitcase had turned into a rotten stump. And in the light of his tail, the monster with the sharp claws looked like an ordinary juniper tree. And suddenly, the lightning bug realized something. There's actually nothing at all to be afraid of. Every night, he would switch on his taillight and fly around all night until the morning, and then catch up on his sleep during the day. And the wood pixie, just before falling asleep, would smile as she gazed at a bright little star, as it slowly flitted from branch to branch in the silence of the night. Okay, sweethearts, the time has come for me to say goodnight. Sometimes it seems like you might see something in the darkness, but there is no reason to feel afraid. Take my advice and be happy. It's easier to learn after a good night's rest. The light of knowledge is best.